Merry meet and welcome to the daily reading for all signs for today, the 23rd of January 2025. This is Ariel and today I'm reading with the Joie de Vivre Tarot by Paulina Cassidy. Let's purify with this beautiful Agua de Colonia Concentrada by Alvarez Gomez. 3 sprays in this room is more than sufficient. You can find links to purchase these products right in the video description of this video here on YouTube. We are streaming live on YouTube, and moderating today are the lovely Shirley and the lovely Deline. Thank you so much, moderators, and thank you so much to everybody for joining us today for this daily reading. Please make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. Also check out our shop at arielscornershop.com. arielscornershop.com. This reading goes out to a lot of people, so if for some reason it doesn't seem like it's applying to you personally, it may just not be meant for you. And in that case, check out the zodiacal readings instead for your sun sign, rising sign, and or moon sign. And you can find the most recent of all the tarot restreams right on our website, arielscorner.com. arielscorner.com. Just click on the free online tarot readings link in that main menu. I do not read with card reversals. It's just my particular preferred style of reading, and I know sometimes people aren't used to seeing that, so I just like to mention it in case it bothers you. If you'd like to donate to this channel, you can do that by going to paypal.me/arielgatoga, paypal.me/arielgatoga, or on YouTube, just in the chat thread, you could use a super sticker or super chat if you're live, or on a restream, you could use a super thanks. We do appreciate your support, and we appreciate you for taking some time and being with us today, whether it's live or on a restream. I do appreciate you. All right, let's give this deck a nice clean cut and see what is in the cards for everybody today. We start out with the 8 of Cups, followed by the Fool, and then the 10 of Cups. It's a gorgeous day, and your job is to let this be a day that you walk on the magic path of intuition. Try to avoid intellectualizing things, trying to figure things out, and allow your intuition to be your guide. You want the innocence of a child and allowing yourself to be directed and guided and loved by the universe. This Fool card can mean several different things, but in this particular configuration with this 8 of Cups, which is intuition, and this 10 of Cups, which is happily ever after, it is describing your natural innocence as a soul. And you don't have to worry about falling off a cliff or going the wrong way or doing the wrong thing, because you have this inbuilt guidance system. It's like a GPS that is perfect, and you'll never make a mistake when you're listening to that. Now, how many times does that happen when we've done something stupid or something horrible happened, and we just said to ourselves, I knew not to do that. I knew not to do that. I felt it, and I did it anyway. Today's not the day to do that. Today's the day to totally dedicate your motivations to that inner guidance, and to allow this happily ever after to be the excuse me, oh boy, the winds have kicked up around here again and they blew my voice away. But to allow this happily ever after to be the truth for you. And what is ever after? It's the present moment. So staying present, not thinking about the past, not worrying about the future today, living in bliss. And it's not ignorant bliss. It's innocent bliss. Because to be ignorant implies that you're ignoring something. You're not ignoring anything. You are doing the opposite. You're putting all your attention where it counts. And that is on that inner guidance and on the present moment and being here now at all times today and accepting your happily ever after. Now, your happily ever after doesn't have to conform to any kind of stipulation. What's a happily ever after for you may not be a happily ever after for somebody else, and who cares? It's none of their business. This is your happily ever after. And so your happily ever after is going to be involving everything in your life. And if you stay present in the moment, it will reveal itself to you. Things will change very magically today if you use that sacred power of the moment, the power of the present moment. And anything that doesn't seem happy, anything that doesn't seem right, transforms in your presence today. I better open this reading up before I run out of time. This is just such a beautiful, lovely reading. I don't see things like this too often. I love it. Ace of Wands, Pope card, Seven of Swords. Good. Well, the Seven of Swords is talking about, see, this is how you deal with authority. This is the David and Goliath here. The Hierophant and the Fool. And Goliath never wins against David. And it's not because David is scheming. It's because David stays in the present moment and listens to the intuition and knows what to do in the moment. Doesn't scheme, doesn't plot, doesn't plan, handles things by listening. And that's you today. Now, if you don't like that image because it's biblical, then use another one. It just is the one that came up for me. But whatever kind of authority figure out there that's trying to tell you, you must, today is not the day to listen. Today is the day to listen inwardly and allow, as you are in the moment, whatever these authority figures are in your path to dissolve, to be taken care of, to be taken away from you. This Ace of Wands is talking about this whole day as the beginning of a trend. And it's not just a trend of your innocence and your your happily ever after and listening to your intuition. All of that is heralding. Think of this as a herald, heralding the trend of new creativity. And for those of you who are in business or have job concerns or work or whatever, your work is, this is the beginning of a new way of approaching your work, a new way of approaching your business, a new way of approaching your creativity, whatever those wands mean to you. But that Ace of Wands is a very powerful card. And where you are headed is amazing. Now, you also have within you the power, if you allow yourself to, when you're staying in the present moment, listening to this intuition and just allowing your innocence to guide you, you have the power to turn around, overturn, and transform any apparent conflict without ever getting in the mix. You never have to get down in the dust. You never have to get pulled into any drama. You just allow yourself to relax and listen. And things seem to just turn around for you in your presence today. Practice that today. See how powerful that is, where you can just relax in the presence of whatever it is, relax and be in the present moment, knowing that you are this sacred child, that you do have guidance. This is your happily ever after, and nothing can stand in your way because you've got the backing of the entire universe behind you. And just watch things work themselves out when you don't get that involved in it. Now, if you have to get involved, you'll be told. It'll be shown to you to do that. But I think mostly your involvement is doing what you love to do today. And this, like I said, is not just today because of this heralding a trend. So there is a larger trend for those of you that have questions about either your creative work or your business or your job, whatever work is important to you. This is a positive sign and a wonderful herald for a whole new trend, a whole new era for you. So it's a great day to just enjoy the day, but also it looks like it wants to be more than just that. It wants to be the starting point of a larger eon for you in your own life. Isn't that wonderful? This Pope card really, remember back in the day, this, I know it's called the Hierophant, but the old cards, they're called the Pope. And when the older cards, when the tarot was first developed, the Pope had all the power. Much more powerful than the Emperor, much more powerful than the kings, because everything had to go through the Pope. The Pope pretty much owned everything because there was no separation of church and state or any of that. So what the Pope said was the way that it was. And so to stand up against the Pope, in a reading like this can seem daunting. And this reading says, Pope Schmope. It's just as nothing. It's just as nothing. And the Seven of Swords says, if you don't get pulled into it, if you don't fight back, if you don't get all riled up or afraid or any of that today, and you just pull back and watch the unfoldment and watch the untangling and the resolution, you're going to just enjoy yourself. It's going to be so much fun for you, because that's part of your happily ever after, is sitting back and watching things resolve themselves. So this is the Fool carries not only this innocence, but it carries a lot of what I call resolution energy. And the resolution energy always happens in a place of relaxation and peace and detachment. Because when you are relaxed and peaceful and detached from the situation, it's not that you are just saying, well, I'm going to just put up with it. It's the opposite. That's where you retreat to where your true power is, to allow for the natural resolution of whatever is before you. And the resolutions are instantaneous if you let them be today. Isn't that wonderful? This Eight of Cups is so important because it's that inner voice. And that inner voice is that part of you that's connected to the infinite wisdom of all that is. So it's not always an audible voice. It can be a realization, it can be a hunch, it can be an omen, it can be a drawing forward. But if you just relax and ask, and just get into the habit of that today before you respond to anything, just relax and ask, what do I do? Even if you don't get an immediate answer, the answer will reveal itself. The answer will reveal itself. And today is a day of constant resolution, constant happiness in the face of what used to be scary to you, when now you're just not so scared anymore, because you realize there's really nothing to fear, because you've got this. You've got this. It's wonderful. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much to the amazing moderators. Today we had the lovely Shirley and the lovely Delene. And we'll see everybody for another daily reading tomorrow. Until then, blessed be.